Good day, everyone. My name is Michelle D. Clark, and I'm your favorite small town girl with big time dreams who God has definitely shown his grace and his mercy, and he has saved me from some life threatening things. And I'm super excited that he did because today is a wonderful, thrilling, thankful Thursday on purpose. Why? Because I said so, and you can too. And I'm also super excited that it's a thrilling, thankful Thursday because tonight we are having our win in 10 minutes or less fundamental moments where we empower you with quick and easy strategies, life hacks, mindset hacks to live inspire free and transformed. Why? In 10 minutes or less. Yes, so super excited about that. All right. So as I see the eyeballs starting to pop on, let's go ahead and get into our household customs because they are not rules. We just call them customs, right? The first one, of course, is that if you would like to have a proper shout out, then to make sure that you put your name in the chat or in the chat, depending on which format you're watching on, what platform you're watching it on. And of course, when we say put your name, we will say put your name and where you're watching from. Now, we're not talking about Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube. However, if you are watching on Facebook and LinkedIn, make sure that you like this post, heart this post, support this post, share this post so that this is not the best kept secret and you're not the only person winning in 10 minutes or less with our fundamental moments. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe and then click the little bell so then that way you stay in the know when we drop new content. But when I say if you'd like to have a proper shout out to put where you're watching from in the chat, I'm talking about like your city, your state, your province, your country, your continent, whatever you like to put in the chat, then we can go ahead and shout you and that place out. All right, so that is our household customs number one. Number two, household custom is to make sure that you have your bottle of water locked and loaded, ready to go. So then that way, when we take our quick break for station identification for our hydration, that you will be ready to go. Now, of course, if you are a repeat supporter, you already know to have that bottle of water locked and loaded and ready to go. But if you are a newbie, then welcome. Welcome to the show. And of course, if you are a repeat supporter, I forgot to say this, welcome back to our Win in 10 minutes or less fundamental moments. All right, you all. So let's go ahead and get that bottle of water locked and loaded, ready to go to take that break for station identification. That should have given you all enough time to go get it. And of course, if you're on your phone, take the phone with you so you don't miss a moment. All right, you all, let's take that break for station identification for our hydration. 1, 2, 3, go team. Mm-mm-mm. Never gets old, you all. Ooh, that was about 3 swallows on that one. And for those of you who know me, you know I like my water. What? Yes, room temp. All right, you all. So let's go ahead and get down with the get down. Let's see over here in our handy dandy banners. Let's get the banner going here. All right, Mr. Mouse. Okay, you all, my mouse has been really doing something fun. We'll just call it fun here lately. So we might have to get a mouse checkup. I don't know. All right, you all. So let's get ready and put in our win in 10 minutes less fundamental moments are for today. I see some more eyeballs popping out. So make sure if you'd like to have a proper shout out to go ahead and put your name and where you're watching from over in the chat, depending on which platform you're watching from and where you're watching from, like your city, your state, your country, your continent, your province, wherever, so that you can have that proper shout out. All right, you all. So let's go ahead and get down with the get down. Our win in 10 minutes. Let's fundamental moments. Our moment today is do it for you. Do it for you. You might say, okay, what is it? It is whatever you want. You can have whatever you like. Whatever that is for you, do it for you. So let me give you a little bit of background, something to put that into. A lot of times as professional women, we're running around. We're doing this for this person. We're doing this for that person. We're doing a lot of things that we may not want to do, that we feel like we have to do. First of all, shifting that from have to do to get to do. Every time we wake up in the morning on this side of the dirt, that is a get to do, meaning that is a privilege that we get to do the things that we do day in, day out. If we own a company, we get to run a company. If we're an employee, we get to be employed. If we are a mommy, we get to be a mommy. If we are whatever the case may be, a teacher, a rocket scientist, a biologist, a social worker, teacher, whatever it is, we get to do that. So that's a quick mindset shift right there, you all. So whatever it is, when I say do it for you, whatever it is, do it for you. So part one is shifting that we get to do this. Part two is that we're doing it for ourselves. No matter what it is, we're doing it for ourselves. So I know I started by saying that, yes, we're running around doing this for this, that, and the third, and the other. However, at the end of the day, we're doing it for us. That turns into a priority type thing. So prioritizing our day, prioritizing our hour, prioritizing our life, doing it for ourselves. So when we think about it, some people might say, well, I'm doing it because my daughter told me to da 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 da. Or I'm doing this because my husband said da 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 da. Or I'm doing this because my boss said da 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 da. Or I'm doing this because my customers, my clients, my this. I'm doing it because of that. Not true. You're doing it because that's what you have prioritized to do in that moment, in that time frame. So now I'm helping to just shift. So if you guys can just shift with me, that is a shift. So now when we're going throughout the day and we find ourselves saying, I have to do this, or I'm doing this for such and such. No, you're not. 9 times out of 10, okay, I watch a lot of, there's a show called Blacklist on Netflix. Awesome show, FBI type show, right? So this is what made me think of it. So unless somebody's putting a gun to your head, and even if somebody is doing that, you still have the choice. Now, the alternative to not doing what they say to do is probably not that pretty, but it still is a choice. So every time we do something, we're doing it for us. So do it for you, and now personalize it. I'm doing it for me because it's what I said that I choose to do at this moment. So we're doing it for ourselves. So I would like to know. So I see some eyeballs out here. So I'd love to know who's watching along with me and where you're watching from. And also, what are your thoughts about that? What are your thoughts about? So when I say do it for you, a lot of times people might thought that I was going to go with the angle of, yeah, when I self-care. Okay, self-care is great and self-care is necessary. And self-care doesn't mean me, 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 me. It could also mean me too. So self-care could mean me too. So it's what I prioritize in this moment. And if I prioritize to do something for someone else, then that's me doing it for myself for someone else. Are you following me? So whatever it is that we choose to do, whatever it is for you, whatever it is for me, whatever it is for us, we're choosing to do it. Whether we want to do it or not, that's something different. But we're making it a priority. We're prioritizing, right? We're making it a priority because that's what we're doing in that moment. So if it is not something that you are prioritizing, then it shouldn't be something that you're doing because every single thing that we do, we're doing it for ourselves because it is our choice at the end of the day to do it or not to do it. Whether we want to do it or not, it is our choice to do it. So, what are those things? So, I want to leave you with this. What are those things that you are choosing to do? And if you're finding yourself doing a lot of things for you that you don't want to do, where are your priorities lying? What are those things that you could prioritize differently? So that way, when you look back on the day, you can say, I did it for me. It's what I wanted to do, and I chose to do it. It's what I am privileged to do. I get to do these things. All right, you all. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I hope that resonated with somebody out there. We are at the 9-minute mark, so now I want to go ahead and get into some of the upcomings that's happening here. And so one of those things is on this Saturday, you all. We are having Lift Nation Synergy Community, our first session, our orientation, this Saturday, the 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I am not going to give out the bit.ly because you have to be a Synergy community member in order to know that exclusive, coveted bit.ly/... Right? So now if you want to know, okay, Michelle, I gotta know what is going on. I want to know how can I be a part of the community? Well, let me pull it up here. The first thing you might want to do is go ahead and hit me at info@MicheleDClark.com. That's info@ MicheleDClark.com. And that's one L on Michelle because you don't need two when one does the same. So you can hit me up there and put in the subject matter Synergy community. And then I can get back with you, and then we can get you as a member of the Lift Nation Synergy community. Now, I dropped some nuggets. I dropped some things about what's going on, what's some of the perks of being a part of the community. First of all, you're hobnobbing and networking with professional women who are doing it, right? Who are doing it in their own vertical. So if you're the kind of person who realizes, like I said yesterday, the law of association, who you associate with, the 5 people with whom you associate, you become that average. If you say to yourself, I want to level up my average, then guess what? That's where you want to be. You want to be a part of the Lift Nation Synergy community. If you say to yourself, I want visibility for my company, my business, my services, my products, then guess what? You want to be a part of the Lift Nation Synergy community. If you need visibility for your company, and if you say to yourself, you know what? I want a sisterhood. I want an authentic sisterhood where we really are loving on each other. We care about each other. And not only are we hoping that each other win, and not secretly hoping that the person loses, but we're for real, hoping that the other person wins. But not only just that, but putting in the effort to help the other person win, empowering that person to win as well. So those are just some of the benefits of being a part of Lift Nation. So if you're the Synergy community, so if you're saying to yourself, you know what, I'm ready to put the fun back in fundamental. I'm ready to start living life and living it more abundantly. I want to get that freedom. I want to obtain and harness that freedom that I have been desiring, that I deserve. And I want to do it with other women who are also winning. Then this is the community for you. If you say no to all those things, then this is not for you. But if this is for you, then go ahead. Hit me up at info@MicheleDClark.com. The other thing you can do is you can schedule a session with me, right? So if you want to schedule a session with me, you can just go to bit.ly/meetwithmichelle. Meet with Michelle. Now, of course, that's Michelle with one L. Where's my bit.ly for that one? Now, that one I will give you. Let's scroll. Where are we at? Oh, you know what? I think I have it under the comments. I do. So let's go to comments, you all. And yeah, right there. So bit.ly, meet with Michelle. And that's all you have to do. And then you can schedule a session with me, 20-minute exploration conversation, and see if you are the right fit for what we're looking for with our Lift Nation Synergy community. It is an exclusive country club, and we don't want you to be locked out. We want to make sure that we have the right people who are in. So, all right, that is my story. I'm sticking to it. We are 12 past. So, all right, you all. Now, tonight, make sure if you have not looked onto my Facebook page, you want to make sure, and of course, also on my LinkedIn, you want to make sure that you tune in, because tonight, I will be on a podcast with Mr. David Pinkston, and you want to be in the house. You want to be in the know, because this gentleman is absolutely fabulous, and it is his better podcast. It's on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. So make sure that you tune in, and I will do my best. Now, you all know that I'm working on my technology, so I will do my best to link it up so that way you can come to my Facebook page and watch it there. But worst case scenario, go to David M. Pinkston. That's PINKSTON, and is the better podcast. I would say watch it on YouTube. That would be my thing to do. But of course, you can watch it on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. So I will be on the Better Podcast tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you tune in and hear. Now, the topic is She Got This. So if you want to know how your girls got this, then make sure you tune in. And it's in honor of Women's History Month. So I look forward to seeing each and every one of you all, not only tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but also, of course, tomorrow for our 1 in 10 minutes less fundamental moments, where we empower you, the professional woman, to win in 10 minutes less with our fundamental moments, where we talk about strategies, lifestyle hacks, mindset hacks to empower you to live inspired, free, and transform. So, all right, you all, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. My name is MicheleDClark with Lift Nation, where we empower you, the professional woman, to live inspired, free, and transform. Take care. God bless. And I will see you all tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with David Pinkston on the Better Podcast, and also tomorrow evening at our 8 p.m. time for our 1 in 10 minutes or less fundamental moments. In the meantime, in between time, take care. God bless.